And it looks like we're off. As I expected, it looks like both guys are doing a 3 first, or what is also known as a world record route, of which there are slight variations depending on resources and stuff like that. Now these guys are going to be looking for a bomb drop here with off these red dark nuts. If they do not get it, chances are they will end up killing them all and get the static bomb drop that lands in the middle of the room. So CakeSauc3 does not get his, and JamEvil does not get his either. So they kill all 3 dark nuts in order to obtain their bombs that they need for in order to clear out this room. CakeSauc3 getting a little bit of a troll pattern here, and meanwhile JamEvil clears up that room very quickly, and we are about dead even, maybe a couple of seconds apart here. And they both pick up their raft, and they are headed to manhandle a boss who very oftentimes can end runs, and his patterns can be very frustrating. So CakeSauc3 is having bomb troubles here, so he's going to go up north to this chute room and get a static bomb drop off of these keys here. Which he does, and now he has enough bombs to take on level 3. And of course he has to pick up this extra key because he used a key in order to take this alternate route. And as I said before, Manhandle gives JamEvil a little bit of an issue, but he cleans him up no problem. And just 10 and 15 seconds behind is CakeSauc3. Hopefully he doesn't have any issues with Manhandle coming up. So it looks like Jam was having bomb troubles as well. I didn't notice. So he's trying to get a bomb drop off these goblins here. Moblins, sorry. And the overworld doesn't seem to want to help him out with these bomb drops. And he's got his bomb drop. So now we're about dead even again with the troubles there Jam was having in the overworld to get his bomb drops. And they are headed into level 4. JamEvil, of course, looking a little bit better on bombs, and now they're just about dead even. Of course, they're both going to build up a count so that they can either force another bomb drop or 5 rupee, which you can do by killing the 10th or 11th enemy, respectively. Sorry, with the bomb, that is. And CakeSauc3 forces his bomb, no problem. Meanwhile, Jam gets a fairy explosion. And they are headed into the breakfast room at the same exact time. This race is turning out to be a very good one, like I expected. CakeSauc3 cleans up the breakfast room just a little bit faster. Jam's having some issues with these bubbles who like to follow you around and bop you around and keep you from getting where you want to go. CakeSauc3 grabs his ladder and just behind him, JamEvil grabs his ladder. And so they're gonna do a trick called the ladder clip, which is a similar trick to the screen scroll, except for north and south instead of east and west, which requires a 1-frame tap on the correct pixel. And CakeSauc3 gets through no problem. I imagine Jam will as well, and he does. So CakeSauc3 is building up a count on these keys here so that he can get a bomb drop off these Vire just before Gleeok. And he gets it just in time too, because he took a bop right after that bomb drop. And unfortunately, Jam does not get his bomb drop. And meanwhile, CakeSauc3 is fighting Gleeok, which is a very tough enemy with Wood Sword and with this kind of health, because the first head takes 10 hits with the Wood Sword, and the second head takes another 6. So it's very easy for him to cause you problems. And they both get through him with no issues. Okay, so now they're going to head to level 1. Of course, JamEvil has bomb troubles, and he's going to need a bomb in level 1, lest he have to go the long way around. I think he's going to hope for, nope, he just goes straight into level 1. No, he's going to kill this Octorok for hopes, and he gets his bomb drop. Great. Perfect. CakeSauc3 is looking a little bit better on rupees. Of course, when leaving level 1 on a 30-33 first route, these guys are going to want 30 rupees so that they can grab their candle before level 5. CakeSauc3 is looking very good in order to make that happen, and JamEvil, I don't think he should have many problems getting to 30, but we'll see what happens. Of course, if he does not, we might see a route diversion to a double hundo route, which just means that instead of 30 secrets, he's going to grab an extra 100 secret, which is a little bit slower, but helps out with the rupee situation. And CakeSauc3 cleans up Aquamentus without any problems at all. One of the easiest bosses to kill. And he has his Triforce from level 1. And also his rupees that he needs. So he will be grabbing his blue candle and heading into level 5. Meanwhile, right behind him, JamEvil does the same. He's a little low on rupees, so I'm curious to see if he commits to a double hundo route here, or if he tries to get some rupees here in the overworld. We'll see what happens. Also, JamEvil's bombs are not looking good either, so it's very possible we might even see him. He gets his bombs. I was going to say we might see a red candle route as well. But he gets his bombs, we'll see what he does with the rupees. So it looks like he's going to commit to a double hundo route. And CakeSauc3 actually diverging from the 30-30 route. It looks like he might actually be doing the Canana phone route, which he'll be doing 2. In that case, he would be doing 2 before 5. And that poses one problem because in 5 you use a lot of bombs, and in 7 after 5 you need a lot of bombs. So we'll see how it goes for these guys. And he's going to do 2 ladder clips here into a screen scroll to get him to level 2. So it appears as though they're both doing the Cananophone route. And CakeSauc3 enters Dungeon 2 just maybe 10 or 15 seconds ahead of JamEvil. So this is definitely turning out to be a very close competitive race. Level 2, of course, is very easy in terms of combat, and will supply them with the bombs they want for level 5. In level 5, there's a room that's referred to as the room of requirement, or a number of different aptly named names, wherein there is a room. The flute is guarded by 6 blue dark nuts, and it's a very dangerous room in this 3-first route. So typically, or pretty much 100% of the time, runners will take out those blue dark nuts with bombs to take the least amount of damage as possible and take out those blue dark nuts as fast as possible. So CakeSauc3 cleans up 2 very quickly, and he has 8 bombs. And I imagine Jam will as well once he gets through. Okay, both runners are out of 2, and we'll be heading to Dungeon 5 now. And in this route, I believe it is a red candle route, so they will not be grabbing the blue candle. Looks like Jam opts to pick up the Armo secret. I didn't notice whether or not CakeSauc3 did, but I don't believe he did. As CakeSauc3 is just about to enter the room of requirement, JamEvil is just about to enter level 5. Still a very close race, and things can change in this room. As anybody who runs Legend of Zelda knows, you can really take a lot of damage in this room very quickly, because each one of these blue dark nuts takes 2 hearts of damage with their green tunic. It looks like CakeSauc3 had a couple of unlucky bombs, and he gets the bomb drop he wanted. And he did leave the bombs inside of the Gibdo on the way in here, so he will have 7 bombs, which bodes very well for entering level 7 next. And JamEvil gets a very, very good bomb. but it seems like the blue dark nuts are all over the place now. CakeSauc3 grabs his flute, and he is on the way out of level 5. Being careful not to take any damage from any of these enemies, all of which, or most of which, take 2 hearts of damage. These Gyptos, Blue Dark Nuts, Dig Dogger himself, the Pole's voice coming up ahead. Lots of 2-heart damaged enemies in this dungeon. Okay, JamEvil also equipped with his flute, right on the heels of CakeSauc, but CakeSauc wants to have more bombs, which he gets off of this Dodongo. Ideally, you want to have 7 bombs entering level 7. Although you can complete the level with 5 bombs, it makes it much more difficult because you have to kill a Dig Dogger with either flames or manually without bombs, which takes longer. So 7 bombs is ideal entering level 7. And JamEvil, of course, with 8 bombs, does not have to worry about smoking out a Dodongo. CakeSauc cleans up Dig Dogger very well and finishes or grabs his Triforce in level 5, and he will be on his way to do his shopping and on to level 7. Yeah, both of these guys at this point are having very clean runs, and yeah, they're just doing very well. So CakeSauc grabs his meat. Of course, for level 7, there's a an enemy who wants nothing but to have a meal of meat and a bone. And also he grabs his arrows, which he's going to need for both dungeons 6 and 9. And hot on his heels is JamEvil as he does his shopping while CakeSauc is on his way to 7. And we see a tricorder, which is basically just a way to cut out lag in this meat shop. And also lag for that Armos spawn, and also it will save him a whistle once he leaves level 6. So I believe that's about a 3-second time save overall for that tricorder. And you'll notice that CakeSauc switches to arrows here so he can clean up these enemies very quickly. Level 7 is not very combat heavy, but it can really sneak up on you in terms of health because all these Gorilla Bops take 100 damage, and there's a ton of Gorillas in this level who have pinpoint accuracy with those boomerangs. CakeSauc doing a very good job of avoiding damage from these Gorillas as he grabs his red candle. The one downside to the red candle route is some spawns in level 7 afterward are actually a little bit worse than if you were to get the blue candle instead. And you'll see here pretty soon as they enter this Wallmaster room, the bubbles spawn in a pattern that is not very helpful to Link. And we do not get a Brodongo there, which is basically just Dodongo doing him a favor and lining up to where he gets smoked for those extra 4 bombs. He decides to use his red candle to take out these wall masters. He does it very cleanly. And JamEvil actually forces a bomb, so he's looking very good on bombs right now. I think CakeSauc3 was looking for a random bomb there, which he did not get. He's going to clean up Aquamentus number 2, and then he will be on his way to the Master Sword. Sorry, Magical Sword, and then on to level 6. And Jam opts to use arrows to clean up those wall masters. And JamEvil cleans up Aquamentus and Dungeon 7, just as CakeSauc3 is grabbing his magical sword. This is a very close race, folks. At level 6, level 8, and level 9 could cause trouble for either one of these guys. So this 20 to 25 second difference we have here is really nothing for this game in a race setting. CakeSauc3, luckily enough, gets a bomb drop from Red Wizrobe there. A very nice belfry there for CakeSauc3. He cleaned up those keys very quickly, utilizing his beam sword. And level 6 is, of course, the first time you get to meet Wizrobes, who can be a big pain. Red Wizrobes take 4 hearts of damage, while blue Wizrobes take 2 hearts of damage. So they can be very devastating in a very short amount of time. CakeSauc3 gets another bomb drop, and he's looking very good on bombs now as he enters Magical Breakfast Room number 2, which hosts more Wizrobes, red and blue, and some likes as well. And CakeSauc3 is on his way to Goma, while JamEvil cleans up Breakfast Room number 1. And Jam, being out of bombs, does get a bomb drop that he wants, and a lucky clock there. He still has more opportunities to get bombs in 6 as well. You can get bombs off these red Wizrobes, or there are more fires coming up where you can get bomb drops as well. And Jam has a little bit of trouble in Breakfast Room number 2 because the bubbles seem to be giving him a little trouble. Meanwhile, CakeSauc3 is on his way to level 8, and he's looking very good on bombs. Right now, he does in fact have enough bombs to beat the game. However, he's going to want more bombs as he gets into 9, which I'm sure we'll see later. He will probably force more bombs in 9. And CakeSauc3 enters the Blue Lagoon 1, named after its very laggy tensions. Sorry, tendencies. He cleans it up very quickly, as it looks like he's also doing in Blue Lagoon number 2. This is a very good Blue Lagoons for him. He takes out those dark nuts with little to no problems. CakeSauc3, of course, looking very good on bombs, and he will be taking out the boss in level 8, who is a 4-headed Gleeok. And at this point, he has the best sword in the game, so it will only take 9 hits to kill this Gleeok, 3 for the first head and 2 for the next 3. As JamEvil, hot on his tail, is headed into the Blue Lagoon 1. It looks like CakeSauc3 opts to pick up a potion before he heads to 9. I definitely agree with this decision here. Level 9 can be very brutal. Okay, CakeSauc3 enters level 9 just as JamEvil whistles on his way to 9. We'll see if Jam decides to pick up a potion, which he doesn't. So I think JamEvil may know that he is slightly behind here, or he is confident in his abilities, which I wouldn't blame him. They're both very, very solid Zelda 1 runners. And CakeSauc3 beautifully dodges the FU beam, and he is on to Patcher 1. He does a great Patcher 1 skip, so he's looking very good right now, especially with the 2 potions in his pocket. Looked like he was going to build up a count on that old man, but he decided not to. And CakeSauc3 cleans up the next room very nicely. As JamEvil is about to meet Patcher 1 for the first time in this race. And CakeSauc3 does indeed build up a count and forces a bomb there off of that Zol. And it looks like Jam got a bad Patcher pattern, so he was not able to do the same skip. And CakeSauc3 does have to do a backup skip on Patcher 2, but he does get it. Cake Sauce in the reverse C room, which can be a very big. Oh, he's taking a lot of damage there. He needs to pull out that potion. Great job. The reverse C room can be very difficult because these bubbles like to troll you, and also Wizrobs can take a ton of damage in a very short amount of time. Dealing with all of that at once can be a problem. So Patrick 2 decides to troll Jam very badly. You might have to kill him here. Cake Sauce grabs his silver arrows, and he will be on his way to Ganon. Barring any real problems here for Cake Sauce, looks like it's now his race to lose, and he gets that reverse block clip beautifully, the backup. And Cake Sauce has really only one more room of combat left here, which is the trap room with more Wizrobs coming up. And JamEvil grabs his silver arrows, and this could be a very close race. We'll see what happens here. And Cake Sauce cleans up the trap room very beautifully, but not taking any damage. Jam decides not to go for the Patra 2B skip, and instead just kills a few of the flies in order to get past him. Meanwhile, Cake Sauce is on to Patra 3, and then the final boss, Ganon. And here's Ganon, folks. Get your GGs out for Cake Sauce with a beautiful Ganon fight. We'll see if we can get Cake Sauce in the commentary booth with us. But meanwhile, JamEvil is on to Patra 3, and then he will be on to Ganon as well. Of course, his health does not look great to fight Ganon, because one Ganon hug and takes 4 hearts with the green tunic. So one Ganon, and he gets a fairy. Great job. So he has 2 Ganon hugs that he can take now. And Jam, of course, has no issues taking out Ganon. Get your GGs out for JamEvil. Both very, very good runs. And we'll see if we can get either Cake Sauce or JamEvil in the commentary booth, or both.
I can do that. There we go.
Okay, so we have CakeSauc and JamEvil in the commentary booth with me. Take me through your guys' runs and what did you guys think about it?
Boy, that was fun. We were just talking a little bit in the waiting room there, but yeah, I think we were talking about my level 3, like after level 3, between 3 and 4, of like looking for a bomb, and that kind of cost me some time. But I mean, besides that, it was just all right, slow and steady. Didn't win the race this time. CakeSauc put up a really good time.
I'm just happy that I had a clean run. For once, things went kind of as planned. I didn't have any like crisis management that I had to do. It just kind of went smoothly, except for the shoot room in 3, but that was fine.
Yeah, you did have a little bomb trouble in the beginning, but despite that, you were hot on CakeSauc's tail pretty much the entire run, about 20-25 seconds.
Yeah, I believe it. I mean, everything was smooth. I kept on getting lucky bomb drops when I needed lucky bomb drops. I kept on getting lucky fairies when I wanted lucky fairies. Like, it was working out for me. It's just like, I don't know. I used up all my good mojo today earlier when I was doing runs and got a PV. So.
Oh, really? What time did you get?
The 31:30 something 2 or something like that. 31:32, yeah.
Oh, congrats! That's pretty good.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, it's a long time coming. Sub 31's a long time coming for me. I have like splits that are way under, sub 30. I always run sub 31 pace, but then I end up screwing up somewhere. So like it's just takes some grinding, and that's what I don't like doing. I'm not a big grinder. Like, I just like to practice games and then do them and then be done with it.
I totally understand.
Yeah, well, that was an amazing race, guys. Very clean runs for the both of you. CakeSauc, congratulations on your win. You will, of course, be moving to 4-1, which puts you automatically in the bracket, right?
Yeah, that's why today was kind of a must-win for me, so I'm glad that worked out.
Mm-hmm.
And Jam, I'm sure that your average times are good enough probably to get you in the bracket as well. You'll be moving to 2 and 3, and you guys have anything else to add?
No, that's awesome. Hopefully, if I do get in the bracket, I have a decent seed for my first opponent. But otherwise, a great showing by CakeSauc, and thank you so much for the restreaming commentary as always, and thank you all for watching.
Thanks, Jam, for the race, and thank you for the commentary, Crescendo, and hope everybody has a great day.
Yep, for myself and for Speed Gaming, thank you all for watching, and everybody have a great night.